Leylands Meat Limited has been instrumental in the development of the newly developed national certificates in meat processing butcher levels 2 and 3. Leylands Limited is one of the major meat distributors in Fiji and wholeheartedly participated as a member of the Industry Standard Advisory Committee developing the meat processing national qualifications. Leylands Development Manager Mr. Stephen Yee and General Manager Mr. Christopher Yee provided comments on the newly developed qualification and why it is important for the industry.
Being a butcher is definitely a skill, and it's very lacking in terms of the development in Fiji. We feel as though the current situation where a lot of our skilled labour is going overseas needs to be addressed, and we're fortunate that we were part of the process, and helping develop these qualifications will lead to a more skilled workplace and preparation for the future of Fiji. We do everything in-house. We have our series of stages that departments that each new recruit would go through. It's a lengthy process. It's not a 1-2 week sort of thing. It takes a while to develop, and it starts with the general overview of the business. Goes to different areas. We have our bone out area, which is our breaking down of beef and pork predominantly, and we also have our production area, which we make small goods, and our packing area as well. But each stage there's a lengthy sort of in-depth training that's required, and that's what we have been doing in the past. So it'll be great when this having these qualifications, we can skip or we don't have to go into as in-depth, because they'll have a general overview when they come. We do, most of the training gets done locally by our skilled butchers. However, every once in a while we do get a master butcher from Australia to come in, and that's all funded by us as a company. And we just for general upskilling of skills that we're lacking in Fiji, and that adds to the development of our whole team. We were fortunate that it didn't affect us in a huge way initially. However, we saw the warning signs, particularly with FMYB. We heard that a lot of staff that worked there have left, and we saw the results of that. The quality of the carcasses that were coming through wasn't up to the standard how it was before. So we knew the writing on the wall, and it's great that to be a part of this program, we're able to address it. And so hopefully that will mitigate any future issues in terms of training. So we're doing our part, and hopefully that'll result in better qualified butchers going forward. Well, I think butchers, it's not, when you think of butchers, there's a lot of areas in Fiji that you can go to. I mean, it's not just the butcher itself. There's the export of fish. There's chefs. There's supermarkets. So there's a lot of different opportunities out there once you get the qualification. And I know that a lot of other butchers struggle to find good qualified employees. So this is a great step for them, and having skills like that, it's not just you can develop those things into other avenues. So it's a win-win for both parties.
Yes, we've actually been asking for this butchers training course itself for a very long time itself, and nothing have come through, and we're sort of very glad to hear that FHEC has taken on board this course itself. And people have not, I guess, the people have not really understood the meat industry. It's one of the things that it requires a lot of training, a lot of skills to get things coming through into the market. Everybody sees the end product, but not in the beginning itself. That's very important itself. The thing is, as you know, for instance, in the manufacturing of sausage itself, everybody sees a sausage there. But if they can understand the amount of work that is put in to get the sausage in the end, it's a lot of work. So I mean, this course itself is something that we look forward to, especially when the time you're going to bring in young, new people into it, and then we will be able to go and look at the pool of people that we can pull out. Those that will wish to migrate, they have the opportunity to migrate using this, going through these courses here. This course should actually be available to everybody itself. You know, it doesn't mean that it's only for those who are actually in the workforce already or those who are coming out of secondary school. There are people who we would say that who may not be all that brilliant in bookwork itself, but very skilled in this manufacturing. Giving an example, we did have one of our own staff who actually, you know, did not complete primary school education, but were trained by the managing director of the company and also with us, for those who have the skills. And you know, later on, he went over to New Zealand and he continued. And today he is a master butcher, which is the highest qualification in the butcher trade itself. So the thing is this, we want to see that these courses are open to everybody itself, because this is a very interesting course. Now, like what Stephen had said, that it would lead you into many areas. They would either, you can get into supermarkets, into the hotels itself, to butchers. There's many areas that require people with skill in this area.